The following is an AI-based parody, created for satire and entertainment purposes. All voices, conversations, and scenarios are artificially generated and do not represent the opinions, actions, or voices of any individuals represented. This content is not meant to confuse or misinform.
And it looks like I'm back in the driver's seat after Barry's daring escapades in the ocean.
I'd prefer we didn't dwell on that.
I'm going to start hanging pictures of the deep ocean all over the place.
Anyway, Joe is going to go around and check in with the crew to see what they have to say about the end of the Leviathan missions. After that, he needs to attend to the evacuation of Thessia, and then he's got Priority Horizon.
Oh, are we at Priority Horizon already?
Feels like we started 3 just yesterday.
Nope, it's been a while, and to be frank about things after Joe's episode today, we'll have 4 more episodes.
Which is just enough for Joe to finally drop the charade and stop pretending he's good at the game.
All I'm hearing is that this race isn't over until it's over.
True enough. Who knows what could happen?
Fully exterminate their creators. That suggests they are fallible, even on large or long-term scales.
I mean, we knew that already.
Javik's mere existence on the Normandy is proof that Sovereign was doing a whole lot of yapping.
And before him, we had the Protheans on Ilos. Which brings me back to the point we made about the uncontacted people on Earth, and whether the Reapers would look to harvest them.
If you're a civilian, the play might be to pack all your stuff and run out to some random habitable planet in the Terminus systems and then find the most remote location on that planet.
That could work, but I'd imagine the Reapers guard and monitor relay traffic.
Plus, you'd be like waiting for hundreds of years.
Nice to have everyone back on dry land, so to speak.
Yeah, tell me about it.
You know, whenever we discover something amazing like that, I wonder what else might be out there. Or even right under our noses.
Is it a coincidence that basically every crazy discovery Shepard makes involves an alien that has mind domination powers? I mean, we had the Thorian, the Rachni, the Reapers, and now the Leviathans.
When you lay it out like that, it does seem kind of odd.
Javik kind of counts considering his ability to read minds as well.
Shepard, I looked over your mission report. Gotta say, it feels like we've been after these Reapers forever.
Yeah, for a little more than 3 years to be exact.
They've been a pain in the ass the whole time. But at least we're starting to see the big picture. Never really thought we'd get any answers. Doesn't change much, but it does make this war feel a whole lot bigger.
We're really carrying the Milky Way on our backs this cycle.
None of it would have been possible without the Protheans.
I have studied your human religions, Commander. Your devil and his fall. Leviathan and its kind deserve the same fate.
The Leviathan deserve even worse than that, if we're being honest.
All of our history to this day, I say their own hell is the abyss you found them in. One I hope they never escape from.
Like I said last time, one Coca-Cola factory and the Leviathans won't be doing a damn thing for the rest of eternity.
You know, they'd probably just take over anyone you put there.
So we'll shatter their dumb fragments first.
No regrets over fighting the Reapers on a human ship?
Hey, the Normandy's design was part Turian, remember?
Garrus is better served here over fighting a stalemate on Menai anyway.
Somebody has to keep you from giving all the Dextros a bad name.
That's right. I remember you chastising me on behalf of my species.
Wait, did that happen?
In one of the elevator conversations in one, yes.
Damn, those are canon? Tali has a long memory.
Sent you an audio recording?
So Tali recorded Garrus making an offhanded offensive comment about the Quarians. But when it came to recording our conversation with Sovereign or Vigil, no one thought to pop open their Omni tool.
You're really still caught up on that?
Absolutely.
In Barak's defense, the game's narrative hinges on nobody believing Shepard until it's too late, even though we have ways of gathering undeniable evidence. Like if you saw evidence of aliens, you would probably take your phone out and go live on TikTok or something. Not just try to spread the information with words alone.
I don't know if going live would be my first play, but sure, yeah.
Lost you down there.
Sorry, Tali.
Why is everyone so worried? Going underwater is not the most dangerous thing we've done.
Speak for yourself. Give me fighting a Reaper on foot with a sinking laser any day of the week.
Can't say I was happy sending you down in that submersible by yourself.
I wasn't happy about it either, Steve.
Worry about you. Take on ancient aliens from the deep? Sure, no problem.
I'm 90% sure we almost died down there.
I suppose it would have been a tad problematic if Leviathan decided to eat us.
With the Leviathan on our side, maybe we pull this thing off after all.
Maybe, James.
That's the only time Shepard actually responded to someone.
All right, what now?
You're going to head up and read the email we got from Counselor Orissa about the evacuation of Thessia.
You better not let my big beautiful beauties die out, Joe.
All right, here's the debrief for those of you who hate reading. Communication between the matriarchs on Thessia is in complete disarray and the Asari military has been overwhelmed. The only hope for the Asari civilization to survive is to evacuate as many people as possible. Orissa has contacted Admiral Hackett for help, but she doesn't think she was successful in persuading him. She goes on to say that she's gotten transport ships from Rannoch, but she needs the Alliance fleets. The quid pro quo is simply help the Asari on Thessia and the Asari help retake Earth.
Counselor, we needed that news months ago.
The Asari are pretty human in their way of not doing anything until it's too late.
Patching it through.
Commander, I take it you've heard about the Asari plan.
Damn mission setup dialogue too?
It's risky.
These modders are serious
agree
business.
with you, but we cannot ignore their fleets.
You mean what's left of them?
Meet me in the Serpent Nebula, and we'll discuss it with the admirals. Hackett out.
All right, Joe, take us to the Serpent Nebula.
Where is that?
The cluster the Citadel is in, you might have gotten an ounce better at the game, but you still don't know anything.
Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space.
You remember that, but not the name of the nebula the Citadel is in.
Good call back from the expanded Galaxy Mod team.
It's nice that we're getting to use the war room more than once. We didn't even call the Quarian admirals into it.
All right, a whole lot of words here. Shepard joins the admirals as they're discussing the plan to evacuate Thessia. Our good old friend Admiral Mikhailovich is ranting about how badly the Asari screwed them, while Admiral Ahern wants to lend aid.
Good to see Boris is as difficult as always.
I remember old Boris. Ahern isn't a name I recall.
He's the admiral you meet in the Pinnacle Station DLC in 1. Moving on, Mikhailovich warns that the only thing we'll gain is a bunch of dead soldiers, while Ahern is focused on the bigger picture of getting the Asari fleets to fight the Reapers. Mikhailovich points out that the Asari should have been helping us from the start, especially with the key to the super weapon in their backyard.
Well, Boris is right about that.
Someone definitely should have called the Asari and Solarians out on this in the actual game.
Ahern doesn't want to ignore what remains of the formidable Asari fleet, as they apparently still have Destiny-class dreadnoughts.
If they still have dreadnoughts, why do they need us?
Mikhailovich asked the same question. While the Asari maintain their most powerful ships, the only leadership they have is the Counselor, as the Asari matriarchs are stuck on Thessia. And Solarian intelligence suggests that everything is hanging by a thread. If we don't retrieve the matriarchs, the Asari won't be able to field much of a fighting force.
Well, hold on now. If a bunch of Asari matriarch baddies are at risk, we must answer the call.
Donald, for crying out loud, we're in the last stretch of the series.
And I'm still simping. Do something about it.
If I may continue. Mikhailovich is still holding his grudge with the Asari, while Ahern wants to just focus on ending the war once and for all. Admiral Hackett finally chimes in and asks Shepard to pick a side to end the back-and-forth debate. That comes down to you, Joe, but we can talk about it.
Mikhailovich is speaking facts, but I gotta agree with Ahern here. We can squeeze the Asari for their negligence after we lock this war up.
Let's save the baddies first.
Looks like we're in agreement on this one. Also, I feel like we should spite Mikhailovich a little for how much trouble he tried to give us back in 1.
You're holding a grudge too?
He's not the only petty bitch in the room.
All right, let's see what happens next.
Mikhailovich isn't done yapping. If the Asari want our help, he thinks humanity should be given all of their Prothean beacon research, essentially extortion, that the Admiral wants to disguise as a treaty.
Okay, again, seems like something we should attend to after the Reapers are reduced to dust.
I think Boris's goal is to specifically allow humanity first dibs on the beacon data.
I might just agree with Boris in that case.
Cimento claims the Asari will never agree to these terms, and Ahern points out that even if they do, their military is going to second-guess everything humanity says, since our ulterior motives would be transparent. It could result in the Asari doubting human war strategies when it comes time to retake Earth.
Well, that's fucking stupid. We had to get the Krogan for the Turians, and we had to get the Krogan a genophage cure. Everyone except the Solarians is making concessions right now. The Asari can spare the Prothean data. It's not like they did anything with it.
Finally, you make a point without being horrifically horny.
Mikhailovich is convinced the Asari will agree to the terms and that their military will listen, because he basically wants to blackmail the Counselor with the fact they broke galactic law by hoarding Prothean technology.
They should be made to answer for that regardless.
Ahern raises concerns about not getting Asari support for reconstruction after the war is over, and retaliation via the Council denying requests for assistance with infrastructure, supplies, and technical assistance. No one else wants to shake the Asari down, just get the job done and get Asari firepower. Boris remains stuck on the fact that sending Alliance fleets in will result in thousands of deaths and loss of ships that could be used to retake Earth. He thinks the matriarchs will be too busy with a civil war or busy dodging indictments to do something about humanity strong-arming them. He again raises the ultimatum, give humanity the data, or they can fight the Reapers alone.
He sounds a bit like Javik.
Well, Joe, how are you feeling? Do the Asari deserve our help with no strings attached, or do you want to shake the loose coins out of their pockets?
I just don't see why we don't help them no strings attached now and then shake them loose later on. There's plenty of ways to pressure them after we win the Reaper War, and we'll have the Krogan and Turians on our side then too.
What a Paragon-ass decision.
I see arguments for both, but I feel Boris is just being greedy. The Asari are going to have to turn over their data to the rest of the Milky Way regardless. Now, carrying on. The Counselor is glad to hear we're considering her offer, and has said that 2 fleets will be more effective in getting the evacuation dealt with. Mikhailovich naturally raises a fuss over this, as that is half of the Alliance's forces. Admiral Ahern is actually in agreement this time, offering the 6th Fleet and a few groups from the 5th. But even that is too much as far as Boris is concerned. He offers that the Normandy alone can go in and get the intel and coordinates needed for the transport ships. That way there's no risk to the fleets. Ultimately, the decision falls to Shepard.
If Ahern and Boris are both against this sending in the fleet, is probably a bad idea.
2 fleets is a tall ask, especially when you remember that the Asari are also using ships from Rannoch and have their own ships in place still.
Yeah, I'm down for evacuating the Asari, but not risking half of humanity's remaining forces.
That seems like a fair decision if you ask me.
Okay, what happens now?
Now you head to Thessia to launch the evacuation operation.
This is probably going to go terribly.
Barry, I might actually screw this up.
That might is doing some heavy lifting.
Listen, what you're going to do here is go by and scan 3 locations on Thessia.
I'm just scouting here?
Yes, don't worry. There are no decisions to be made in this phase. However, don't expect me to guide you down whatever the most optimal path is. Your decisions are your own.
All right, let's see what's going down on Armali.
The political and religious center of Armali has suffered extensive bombardment from the Reapers who are facing off with the Republican Guard.
That's a regular Republican W.
Donald, I think they mean Republican as in Republic, not a party.
The matriarchs have gathered near the spaceport, and rumors of their presence has led to a large group of refugees fleeing to gathered on the outskirts of the spaceport. The matriarchs' guards have blocked them from entering. The spaceport offers rapid evac but little cover. You'll find Armali's matriarchs, civilians, and the guards.
All right, I guess I'll keep that in mind.
Damn, I didn't expect the Asari to leave civilians out to dry.
When push comes to shove, the Asari are no different than any other species, despite their perceived superiority.
Well, Cerise better make a compelling case.
Cerise's university district has largely survived the worst of the Reaper attack. The more densely packed areas, however, have been under constant attack, with the Reapers herding the populace toward the center of the university. The matriarchs have organized a defense, but are only delaying the inevitable. The university has open spaces that allow ships to land and proceed with evacuation.
Cerise might be the safest bet.
I'm also pretty sure this is the school Liara went to.
Correct. This is where Liara got her doctorate in anthropology.
Well, I might just be a little biased towards Liara's school.
In that case, you'll want to know that Liara grew up in Armali.
Things are not looking good for whatever the hell Mythimna is.
I believe Mythimna might be a reference to a town in Greece. Anyway, this ancient city has been spared from the same devastation of other population centers so far. It's under attack by Reaper forces, but people have formed volunteer regiments to fight back. There are famed gunship pilots there hunting groups of the enemy and giving hope to the frightened population. Many people think the preservation of their culture and art is a higher priority than their own lives. Many artifacts, including an original print of a famed Asari poet, have been gathered in the hope they might be saved. The spaceport is exposed and offers limited opportunities.
I'm sorry, are they asking us to save some pieces of paper over actual Asari? I'm not even being horny here.
That does appear to be the case.
Not gonna lie, for the purposes of winning the war, that last place doesn't seem worth the trouble.
There are resistance fighters and Talon gunship pilots there, but that's up to you, Joe.
So now I can signal the fleets?
Yep, and you better be ready to move. As soon as you do that, the Reapers are going to start swarming.
All right, let's get it.
Signal confirmed.
Oh damn, you meant they would literally be swarming.
You've caught the Reapers by surprise landing without incident and ground troops deployed. You don't have enough space to fit everyone at the spaceport, so what's it going to be, Joe, the matriarchs or the civilians and orphans?
Oh I didn't realize I had to choose like this.
The choice here is easy.
I am not happy with the decision I just made.
Joe haul ass back to the Asari First Fleet.
I wish you'd told me that first.
Oh, we're so cooked.
There's minimal resistance and civilians are getting off the surface. The evac zone is crowded but orderly. Things are looking good. Do you want to withdraw while we're ahead or keep it going?
If we're not being pressed yet, there's no reason to withdraw.
Those words are going to age poorly.
All right, Cerise, you're next.
What's it going to be this time?
How about I go with?
Damn matriarchs again?
Attaboy.
What, is that bad?
Nope, don't mind me. And go to the Second Fleet.
If you get caught, it counts as a death.
Not even a little close.
The Destiny Nihimpa went down, and between 30 and 50 large Reaper ships are engaging. The Asari still want to focus on evacuation, so the Asari engage the destroyers while fighter squadrons cover the flotilla, but there are too many oculi around.
That's all I need to hear. I'm getting us the hell out of here.
How was that Barack?
Well, this results in Joe getting us 50 points in war assets from the matriarchs he saved from Armali and Ceres.
Not too bad, right?
You did kind of leave a whole bunch of civilians and resistance fighters behind.
Them's the breaks. How many civilians do you think died on Earth? While the Asari were taking it easy for most of this war.
A lucky few is crazy.
Welcome to the war, Asari. We can't save everyone.
Next stop is Priority Horizon.
You mean the next stop is Miranda Lawson?
You've been waiting a long time for this.
You're damn right.
All right, Commander, what do we know?
Come to think of it, We rarely return to planets we've already been on for main missions in other games.
That's true. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Eden Prime and Horizon are the only times we do a Part 2 on a planet. And Horizon would be the only one if the From Ashes DLC didn't exist.
Is it a coincidence that I played both the original Eden Prime and Horizon missions and then both of you got them in 3?
Yeah, total coincidence.
I feel like if we were planning something with that, we would have had you play Horizon and Eden Prime instead.
I might be crazy, but shouldn't Oriana be going by a different last name?
What do you mean?
Miranda took Oriana from Henry when she was an infant and found her another family to adopt her. Surely that family gave her their last name.
Now that I think about it, Miranda did not introduce Oriana by full name back in 2.
Even if her adoptive parents wouldn't have thought to give her new daughter their surname for some really odd reason. You can be damn sure Miranda would have instructed them to not call Oriana using the last name Lawson. It's kind of, you know, putting a massive target on her back. It might be a big galaxy, but Henry is a stubborn guy and would probably investigate it if an Oriana Lawson around the same age as the one he had taken from him were around.
Wait, who gave Oriana her first name? Because Henry uses it as if that's the name he gave her.
I'm starting to think Miranda did not get Oriana new identification when she linked up with Cerberus.
So much for being a genius.
I can overlook Henry calling her Oriana. Maybe he got her new name at some point, but Oriana should not be calling herself Lawson. I guess that's more writing woes of Mass Effect 3.
Okay, everyone say it with me now.
Mass Effect 3 needed one more year.
The subtitle of this game really ought to be, "We Didn't Let This Cook." But that's enough complaining about the late game of Mass Effect 3. I've got some Cerberus bastards to kill.
Boy, are you lucky that Harvester didn't decide to start raining hell on you from up there.
You're the only one who got cooked that badly by one of the worm necks.
It would have been cool if this mission was a three-way battle between Cerberus, the Reapers, and Shepard's squad.
That always ends up being a situation where the two weaker groups turn on the stronger one.
I mean, we are technically third-partying this fight right now. The Reapers just decided to leave.
That was smart of them. We would have cooked them and Cerberus at the same time.
While Joe deals with one of the more annoying enemy encounters in the game.
I was just about to say I hate this battlefield.
I'll talk about the beta version of the Priority Horizon mission. The original background was that the elusive man offered Henry Lawson the location of both Miranda and Oriana as long as he supports him in the war by setting up and running a facility to herd refugees from other planets to be handed over to the Reapers.
So not too different from what we're looking at now.
I can't stick my head out for a goddamn second.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a sniper.
Apparently the original plan was to have Miranda only speak to Shepard through email.
That would suck, but it probably makes more sense than her pulling up on the Citadel.
When it came time to look for a lead on Cerberus, it would have been Edie and Liara who found the information on transports going to Cerberus-controlled locations from Sanctuary.
They were really going to rob Traynor of her moment.
Well, it was kind of odd that the game was relying on a communications specialist to get us our lead on Cerberus when we have the Shadow Broker and a super AI to do that for us.
Joe, is that the 358 Talon you're trying to use from half a mile away?
I saw you using it last time you played, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
That Phantom is one command grab away from killing you.
Me personally, I dodge those.
Barack, you're going to have to live with the fact that you're the one who needs to worry about getting snatched up by things.
Oh, fuck.
Look at you talking all that mess and you're about to get gunned down.
Where the hell is the Nemesis at when you need it?
Going invisible isn't going to save you from a shockwave. Oh, hang on, I'm going to farm a clip off this guy.
You really gave those plants the business.
Shut up, I don't want to hear it.
How about you leave the clip farming to the pros?
You're right, there's no better clip than that time you missed the cane shot on the Reaper larva.
Looks like they were evacuating.
And looks like the Reapers were chasing them out.
About time they started killing each other.
It would have been a much more interesting game if that had been happening the whole time.
Kind of weird it didn't happen sooner. Haven't Cerberus been messing with Reaper tech for a while now?
Since they got their hands on the Collector base,
Don't know.
and they've been trying to figure out indoctrination since the events of Mass Effect Retribution when they experimented on Paul Grayson.
I guess the Reapers either didn't know Cerberus was still messing with that stuff, or they did know and just didn't care until they realized the elusive man was trying to dominate them, which they probably should have known from the start, as he's obviously indoctrinated.
Maybe I'm the asshole, but all those people flooding into this one location would have been stupid regardless of Sanctuary being a honeypot. Eventually the Reapers would have come to Horizon and this place would have made a perfect harvesting spot.
Another week, I can finish off the remaining hours on my contract and move from staff housing into Sanctuary itself.
I don't think you want to go there, buddy.
That I'm getting an upgrade from standard accommodations, but that's the deal. Do your time at the front desk, get the perks. One more week.
Bro definitely got some upgrades.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say integration isn't a good thing.
Integration? More like we integrate some Reaper tech directly into your flesh.
That probably means there should be some kid-sized husks running around this place.
Doubled in the last 2 weeks. I heard that people are just abandoning shuttles outside
outside the main gate. They just don't have anywhere to go. We'll need to start setting up temporary shelters out there until they can be processed.
You know what's crazy? The people they had working the front desk were not in on this.
I mean, yeah, they're most likely some of Henry Lawson's people. It's not like they could put a few Centurions at the welcome desk.
Scanner software has been adjusted. No way it could penetrate the central scrambler, but we can't chance a signal leaving the planet.
I'm guessing they made refugees surrender whatever communication devices they had under the guise of not attracting the Reapers, when they just wanted to make sure no one could report the truth.
So those ships we saw were waiting to get in.
But where are all the people they brought?
I was going to say they're dead, but death would be a mercy compared to what actually happened.
Got something, Commander.
Yo, audience, the editing hid it from you, but Joe got lost just now.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
You actually believed me when I said that?
Trust me, you didn't miss anything unless you like aimless wandering and Joe's senseless rambling for like 30 seconds.
It would have only been 3 seconds if one of you just pointed the door out.
Sure, but seeing you get frustrated was funnier.
Facility run by my father, Henry Lawson. Turn back now. There is no help to be found here. All communication is being blocked from the central tower.
Cerberus probably should have shut this recording down.
Stay away.
Okay, so we've got Cerberus, Reapers, and Miranda's crazy father. Any ideas how this all fits?
It almost sounds like the setup to a joke.
The only joke in this equation is Henry Lawson.
Hey Barry, I've been meaning to ask.
Lay it on me.
You love looking at Miranda so much, but isn't she technically just a female version of Henry?
Never mind. Get that evil away from me.
Even I have to admit that he has a point.
So like if we put a wig on Henry, would you still be down, or?
Joe, I'm actually going to fight you.
It's the age-old question, would you be down bad for your bro if he became a woman?
Who in the f*** has ever asked that question?
Well, people who aren't boring.
Besides, Henry and Miranda do not look alike in the slightest.
Methinks doth protest too much.
Yeah, well, methinks doth a dumbass.
Power
Some
switch.
kind of control center. No power.
Oh God, they're talking over each other.
What's happening? Those are the refugees. They're just rounding them up and slaughtering them.
Worse,
I think we found the refugees.
they're being turned into husks.
There is a silver lining in all this.
What silver lining could you possibly find?
At least they aren't being penetrated by giant spikes to be turned into husks instead.
You had to use the word penetrated.
I don't know, man. I feel like the dragon's teeth would be immediately fatal and a lot quicker than getting gas chambered while conscious.
Well, how about that? They're like roaches when exposed to light.
Was that supposed to scare us?
It made Shepard flinch.
Is no one else going to point out how husks can scale completely vertical surfaces?
They're husks. Climbing walls just makes them easier targets. It's not like they can fire projectiles.
Yeah, but they can drop from the ceiling and gank you.
I seriously doubt they're smart enough to do that.
Create husks. They're just more troops for the Reapers. They could destroy the facility if they escaped. It seems like a stupid risk.
Tully, we're talking about the same people who created the crazy biotic superwoman. Almost caused an AI singularity event and brought back Commander Shepard expecting us to not screw them over. Cerberus is not known for their brightest ideas.
Reaper forces have made a mess of the facility.
I'm shutting down the power to the processing plant to lock
Why
them
does this
down.
security footage have film grain?
I think it's because the communications are being scrambled.
And just like that, my day is ruined.
I am eagerly awaiting the day he gets throttled. I don't even care which one of us does it.
Has arrived sooner than expected. You want me to deal with her?
You couldn't deal with a cancer patient. What the hell are you going to do to a Miranda with prep time?
Find it and get out. Yes, sir.
Damn it. Let's move.
Shepard, you're more worried about that than you should be. It's time for a little bit of pest control.
On your right, Joe.
Who the hell is this guy?
Yo, that husk is him. It just grabbed you out of Nova.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Damn, I've never seen that happen before.
Now wait one goddamn second.
Joe, you might be dead.
Ain't no way that just happened to me.
Getting chain grabbed like that is some wicked work. I'll never disrespect a group of 3 husks again.
What was that you said about dodging grabs earlier?
That had to be a glitch or one of these fuck-ass mods making the husks act abnormally.
I don't think so. I think you just got really unlucky.
The actual funniest thing about all this is that Tally and Caden did fuck all to help Shepard. They just watch him get jumped one after another.
Bro is right at the door trying to grab me again.
Cerberus must have really upgraded them.
I see you're too scared to go through the doorway.
That BS is not happening to me again.
You sound nervous, Joe. Almost like your chance of winning this entire thing just slipped away.
I'm not worried at all. I will not go down again.
It's all going to come down to how we all do in our final episodes.
Or it might come down to this episode right here, because there is plenty of time for Joe to either make a mistake or have the game rain on his parade. I'm fine with either outcome.
The last week making small adjustments to increase processing efficiency. There is no shortage of subjects. Indeed, I'm told there's a long line outside the main gate. The deception is an unfortunate necessity. Time is very short.
You know what else is short, Henry? The remainder of time you have left on this mortal plane.
Damn okay, Joe. I didn't know you were going to be moving like that.
Henry Lawson definitely has it coming for aiding in this. He and the Elusive Man are literally doing the same as the Reapers, but at least the Reapers are honest about wanting to turn everyone into monsters.
With the nanites implanted within the subject's body. It's early yet, but we are making progress.
But is all this progress really worth the cost?
That's the last thing you want to hear when you open a door.
Watch out, Joe. She's coming to grab you.
Nah, she's walking Caden down instead.
I know he's got to have a hell of a headache being that close to it shrieking.
Man, this Banshee does not give a damn about me.
It is nice that enemies don't directly lock on to Shepard by default like they do in 2.
Tally just died off screen to something.
Well, at least Chatika has our back.
That Banshee really wanted Caden for some reason.
The least aggressive Ravager I've seen in my entire life. I wish they were that docile when I was on Thessia.
The enemy AI is being very odd in this mission.
It's just going easy on you after you got stun-locked by those husks.
Yeah, go ahead and get off the high ground, buddy.
They're not the only ones who can grab.
Ah, yes, Glass, a Banshee's only weakness.
Joe, don't tap the glass.
Oh, you're right, my bad.
I'm surprised that thing can't shatter the glass like Leviathan does.
A rare mention of Paul Grayson in the actual games.
You mentioned this before.
Yeah, in case you've forgotten, when Cerberus implanted Grayson with Reaper tech, he tried to fight the indoctrination. To weaken his will, they put a device that injects red sand directly into his bloodstream, which not only made him give in to the Reaper's influences, but ruined his sobriety.
Implanting him with Reaper tech I can forgive, but making the guy go back on being sober? Nah, not cool, Cerberus.
It's a giant fucking spike.
Attach themselves to the adrenaline released and quickly move through the body to speed conversion to the final husk state.
How the hell does impaling them on a spike do that?
Your body would probably go into overdrive the minute you're stabbed and shot up into the air, delivering a ton of adrenaline, which would make your conversion into a husk that much faster.
Hang on.
Maybe we'll get some answers as to why the Reapers wanted this place shut down.
It doesn't make sense. Thought Cerberus and the Reapers were getting along. What changed?
Turns out Cerberus isn't above betraying anyone.
Heading to the tower to disable the communications scrambler. I have to get word out. Some refugees are turned into husks. Some are indoctrinated and shipped to the Elusive Man.
I guess that means we've probably killed a bunch of these guys when they're turned into Cerberus forces.
That my father is trying to figure out how Reaper indoctrination works.
Tricking refugees with food and shelter only to turn them into test subjects.
Tricking people into safe areas just to slime them out. I can't believe someone would do that.
And the scale of this.
Cerberus might be going band for band with the Reapers right now.
At the moment, Cerberus might be responsible for more deaths as far as humans are concerned.
Considering in all the refugees, the people they turn into husks, and the ones they force us to kill, they're up there.
What is this thing about?
I believe it's detailing the experimentation on Paul Grayson. Naturally, they massage things by saying he volunteered when in reality the Elusive Man had Kai Leng scoop him up on Omega.
Did the Elusive Man have a reason for picking Grayson?
He says it's just so he can gain valuable information on Reaper technology. But in reality, the Elusive Man just wanted to get revenge on Grayson for his defection in the Ascension novel. The Elusive Man even made sure he could come watch Grayson be implanted with tubes and have Reaper tech pumped into his body.
What is with Cerberus and putting tubes inside of people?
The man himself showed up in person? He must have really hated Grayson.
Well, he ruined Cerberus's second attempt at creating a powerful human biotic when he let Jillian leave.
That's probably why they made moves to recapture Jack.
Yeah, and turn her into a phantom seems like an odd decision to nerf her.
Actually, while we're here, what is this mission like if Miranda isn't alive?
Ah, yes, thank you, Joe. If Miranda doesn't survive Mass Effect 2, her sister Oriana will email Shepard herself about there being trouble at Sanctuary.
How the hell did she get Shepard's email?
She is Miranda's sister. She must have connections.
And as you might have guessed, the audio logs we hear throughout the mission are narrated by Oriana instead.
Shouldn't she have been killed by Kai Lang?
Kai Lang isn't shown encountering Oriana like he is with Miranda, which makes sense because as much of a clown as he is, he shouldn't fail to kill Miranda's civilian sister.
I still feel like he'd find a way to screw that up.
Probably, but carrying on since Miranda is dead, the standoff with Henry Lawson is a bit different. You can convince Henry to let Oriana go, and unlike when Miranda is around, he does actually get to walk free.
Nah, screw that.
Of course, you can still choose to shoot him dead after he's let Oriana go. You can also shoot Oriana to get her out the way and then kill Henry with a couple of renegade interrupts.
The shooting the hostage trick, you picked that up from the situation with Vizier.
Funny enough, you can actually shoot Oriana and then still let Henry go.
That's an interesting way of saving someone.
Oriana doesn't seem to mind that you shot her for what appears to be no reason. Lastly, it's possible for both Henry and Oriana to die. If you don't hit the renegade interrupt, Oriana will begin struggling, which causes her and Henry to go falling out the window to their deaths.
Sometimes doing nothing is not the right decision.
So I take it Miranda is in Mass Effect 3 by default.
That is correct. She will be in the game if you don't import a save from 2. Which I suppose makes sense given her importance to the story. Though, again, funny enough, in default Mass Effect 3, you can meet with Miranda all 3 times, warn her of Kai Lang, and allow her access to Alliance resources, and she will still end up succumbing to the injuries she got fighting Kai Lang and die at the end of Priority Horizon.
How in the hell does that work?
Default 3 treats things as if you didn't complete any of the loyalty missions, so the only explanation is that Miranda is unloyal in a no-import Mass Effect 3.
We've done it.
Which always results in her death.
So basically she dies by default.
As long as the Reaper troops remain in close proximity to our signal, we can maintain control indefinitely.
Excellent news. And how could we extrapolate this technique to apply to the Reapers themselves?
That's a much bigger challenge.
Okay, I know we're on the Cerberus train here, but them figuring this out is actually pretty impressive.
I mean, sure, if you can overlook the mountain of corpses.
Sure, learning how to control Reaper troops would be nice and would grant the cycle a huge advantage. It's just too bad the elusive man was indoctrinated and was never going to be able to pull this off.
Lowering the access ladder. Come on, let's move.
Wait, Commander, there's more.
And there's the wannabe assassin failing to kill someone.
He might have gotten Miranda if he weren't so obsessed with aura farming.
Okay, boys, I'm going to raise an ethical question here, and I need you to hear me out.
This ought to be good.
We as U.S. presidents know all about being ethical, so let's hear it, Donald.
Let's say the elusive man and Cerberus weren't indoctrinated but still found out how to control the Reapers' forces thanks to all their experiments, and it assisted us in winning a conventional war with the Reapers. Would we still look at him like the bad guy or as our savior?
I feel like the answer should be we'd still look at him like he's the bad guy. He still would have tricked and killed countless people.
Yeah, but the Reapers would have killed all spacefaring life instead.
Okay, but what about all the people who survive and hear that the blood of their loved ones was used to stop the Reapers?
How's that any different than making civilians fight the Reapers in war?
The part where refugees were tricked into coming to Sanctuary, at least a military draft is open. And maybe not so honest if you're a certain rich guy who claims to have boned spurs.
Okay, buddy, I didn't start this conversation so you could take a shot at me. Barack, what about you?
This brings me back to what Garrus says about the ruthless calculus of war. 10 billion people over here die, so 20 billion over there can live. Even if he weren't indoctrinated, I don't think the elusive man would be doing a good thing having tricked countless refugees into being his guinea pigs. There's no way to spin that act within itself as a good thing. However, when we're talking about the Reaper War, which is a galactic extinction event with tens of billions of lives on the line, doing things that are totally good is a luxury no one can afford. We do, after all, destroy an entire star system just to delay the Reapers for half a year. And while we talk about hating the Batarians a bunch, Aratot could have been a human colony, and I would still think blowing up the Alpha Relay would be the right decision. Another example, if Javik's plan to bring 1 million Protheans into the current cycle had worked, I would think they would be totally correct in preparing all the other species for the inevitable return of the Reapers by force if necessary.
Barack, man, I appreciate that you're thinking about my question so seriously, but you're yapping.
You ask the guy one question and he just starts going and going.
Sorry, my bad. Do I think the elusive man would have been viewed as a savior? Probably not. I don't think anyone would openly condone what he would have had to do to stop the Reapers, and I think a whole lot of rightfully furious survivors would be out for blood. Ultimately, however, I think what authoritative body exists post-Reaper War would be unwilling to actually pursue Cerberus for what they've done. At the end of the day, they would have stopped the Reapers, and Cerberus would most likely have the rest of the Milky Way at its knees in this alternative universe. It's not as if the elusive man wouldn't still want to put humanity at the top of the totem pole. No one would be able to seek retribution even if they really wanted to.
I did forget about the part where Cerberus wanted to dominate the rest of the galaxy.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with that part.
I figured you would be. But that was a fun question, Donald.
I think you enjoyed it more than I did.
What can I say? Mass Effect-focused questions are enjoyable to engage in, especially when it isn't the 12,000th discussion about the endings, the indoctrination theory, or the Geth and Quarian conflict.
Did he really think he could start digging into Reaper tech and indoctrination without the Reapers themselves figuring out?
You know what I find really odd about this? For a situation this serious, you'd think the Reapers would send some destroyers or even a capital-class Reaper to Horizon to wipe this place off the map.
The Reapers probably know there's no serious threat. The elusive man is their tool. He just doesn't know it.
Who in the hell is talking right now?
This bit is a little confusing, but there's a husk in that room who was a female refugee and still speaks.
Caden, I'm 3 feet away. Why are you yelling?
He probably went deaf fighting that Banshee.
Caden, I'm starting to regret saving you on Vermeer.
Oh, now you regret betraying me.
Now you know how I felt when James and Garrus were backseating me during the Turian platoon mission.
Oh my God, I'm really starting to wish Donald had killed him on the Citadel.
Don't worry, I wished I killed him on the Citadel too.
Damn, you really took your annoyance out on that brute.
And it looks like his younger brother wants some of this too.
Well, goddamn.
Its health bar basically vanished.
Well, let's see how you handle their angry older sister.
And there's a third brute too. They really pulled out all the stops for this mission.
I have unreal respect for the Blood Pack Punisher now.
You have been using it quite a bit.
Okay, now hopefully this Banshee decides it likes Caden more than me.
I think you're in the clear for now.
And I hit the clean combat roll.
Donald, I think we might have a problem. He's actually been consistently good for a while.
I will not believe this. He will fumble at the end.
Good, it's not looking at me. Oh, shit.
I guess it heard you because it immediately teleported in your direction.
Oh, shit.
Please grab him. Please, for the love of God, Banshee, snatch him up.
You see Caden throw it in reverse there?
After the last one hawked him down, I can't blame him. Okay, now everyone put belt to ass.
Damn, you can really see the difference in health between a Banshee and Brute here.
You'd think the Brutes would be tankier considering they're built from Krogan and the size of a car.
Well, Banshees do get introduced pretty late. We encounter our first Brute on Menai like 2 hours into the game.
In the end, it doesn't matter. They die all the same.
Well, Joe finishes another episode with 1 death.
You're not dealing with the average gamer anymore.
No, now you're slightly average. Before you were just straight ass.
Let's move!
Shepard.
What's up, Miranda? You alive over there?
As if Miranda Lawson would be killed by Kai Leng.
You know, as long as you warn her about him.
No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt.
I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Leng?
Oriana looks a little different.
What are you talking about, Joe? Oriana is supposed to be Miranda's twin, made exactly the same way. It's not like anyone would make them look like they're totally different.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right about that.
The modders once again doing God's work. Though at least this was an issue created in Mass Effect 2, because Oriana didn't look a thing like her twin sister there either.
Now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
Rose said we, that's a good one.
He must mean we as in the Nintendo Wii.
Or maybe he means wee woo like Patrick in SpongeBob.
Henry, my boy, you're cooked.
Damn, they made Oriana look better than her sister.
You're actually delusional.
I don't know, the curlier hair is doing something to me.
Guys, they're literally identical. Some things aren't worth debating.
You know, the mod that makes your guns cutscene accurate creates some funny implications. The M358 Talon fires like a shotgun. If Shepard shoots while Oriana is there, both her and Henry are getting hit.
Take her. But I want out alive.
Yeah, well, about that.
What the hell was that f***ass scream?
Henry should have been appealing to Miranda, not Shepard. For once, we were not the most dangerous person in the room.
Are we sure Henry is actually dead down there?
That had to be like a 30-foot fall at best.
Even if he survived the fall, the husks that are littering this place are most likely tearing his body apart as we speak.
I like that outcome more than him just dying upon landing. The refugees get their deserved vengeance.
We will. Give me a minute, okay? Commander Shepard. Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, funny how fate keeps bringing us back to each other. If only I'd been allowed to romance you.
Jesus Christ, Barak. Talia's right there.
I don't want to hear that from you. We all remember what you did when we met with Shiala.
How did you do all this?
Finding my father didn't take long once I confirmed he worked for the elusive man. Just had to follow the line.
Henry working with the elusive man was always a safe bet. Rich folks stick together.
I wonder how long they were allied.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the elusive man always kept contacts with Henry in his back pocket and just didn't use it until after Miranda left Cerberus.
He survived. Not many people could do that.
When you mentioned he was involved, I took a few precautions. Probably saved my life.
I wonder what she did exactly.
Probably some emergency shielding tech, or maybe she kept extra MIDI gel on her person.
You should have told me.
You have a war to win, Shepard. This was my fight.
I mean, sure, but this seemed pretty damn involved in our war.
You did it. It's over.
Yes. I just wish my sister didn't have to see all this.
Oh, right. Oriana is like 20 or something right now. She's pretty young to have experienced all this.
It's a safe bet her adoptive family got cooked at some point.
Hopefully they got blasted by a Reaper and not turned into a husk here at Sanctuary. Would kind of suck to find out we had to kill them.
Maybe they were among the husks that grabbed you.
Never mind, I'm glad we lit them up.
We can stop running.
Well, you can stop after we deal with the Reapers. Gonna be a whole lot of running until then.
What's our status? Any intel we can use from this place?
The research data is gone, but I've still got basic facility information, like shuttle arrivals and departures, Cerberus included. It's not a direct link, but it's something to work with.
Grab anything you can off the computer. We'll take it back to be analyzed.
I can do better than that.
And Miranda Lawson comes clutch once again and proves she's the MVP among the squad mates.
Before Kailang took off, I planted a tracer on him.
So not only did that absolute clown fail to kill Miranda, he let her place a tracker on him. And he didn't notice it?
What a whack-ass assassin.
For the record, if Miranda is dead, there is no tracer on Kai Lang. Instead, you deduce Cerberus's location using the information Tali mentioned a bit ago.
This is exactly what we need.
Thought you might need some good news.
Damn right. What's next for you two?
Get her someplace safe. Get the scratch cleaned up.
All that dude managed to do was cut her face a little bit.
Once again, Kai Lang is so lucky Thane was battling a terminal illness in the writers.
I hope so.
Come on, Ari. We've had enough of Father's hospitality.
Let's make sure everyone knows about this place.
Communication scrambler disabled. Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run by my
Cortez,
father,
we need to
Henry
pick up at the
Lawson.
tower.
Roger that.
I've had enough of this place.
I wasn't in favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns.
Have we ever been wrong before, Admiral?
Everyone has a doubt or two. At least Hackett is willing to admit he's wrong.
But we never expected this. All those refugees, all that slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
Someone really should have told the elusive man that Saren tried researching indoctrination too, and it didn't matter.
All right, I've been sitting on this for a while, but didn't they dead-ass reuse the Saren storyline for the elusive man? Your final confrontation with them is basically the same, too.
Yeah, sort of. The elusive man was a more intriguing character when we meet him in 2.
That gives us a fighting
In 3, he kind of becomes Saren 2.0, with the only difference being that he wants to subjugate the Reapers rather than surrender to them.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home.
Wait, were Sam's folks still on Horizon?
She said she was visiting them on Horizon in 2185, so they were there as of at least a year
They
ago.
just don't know it yet. And when
Hopefully
they're
they
released,
hunkered
nothing
down
but
at
smoke
home and
and
didn't go to
remember that
Sanctuary.
you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
Yeah, she's good. Kai Lang is only good at killing people who have breathing issues.
They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
With how often we catch him smoking, he probably just dulls the guilt with nicotine.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
The glowing eyes should have been a dead giveaway that Bro was indoctrinated.
Aren't they just cybernetics?
No, the elusive man's eyes start glowing after he is hit with energy from some Reaper tech in the Evolution comic, and I guess absolutely no one thought it weird, even when it's the same glow that all the people who were also under the effect of that artifact.
Have fun.
Don't mind us, Joker. Just going to have a serious conversation.
The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
Can't be much worse than the Sanctuary situation.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Most apocalypse works would have you believe this absolutely wouldn't happen.
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
Well, yeah, what in the f*** would be the point in reporting just so you delay your execution? So what, you live a few weeks longer?
I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a pretty selfish bastard, but even I don't see the point in doing that.
Would you even want to live a little longer in such an environment anyway? Anyone in those Reaper containment camps has most likely seen all their family and friends killed already. The living conditions there can't exactly be comfortable, and all you have is yourself and the other prisoners and your will to defy the Reapers. At that point, I'm telling Harbinger to go fuck himself out of spite.
Refused to report their fellow prisoners.
Like Barry said, those fellow prisoners are as close to family and friends as those people have now.
Maybe word got out how indoctrination worked, and they made a decision.
Looks like Edie is downloading something.
I see. Shepard, I am going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different.
Wait, doesn't that mean Edie's self-preservation would have possibly allowed for the crew to die up until this conversation?
I suppose so, but at least she's choosing to be better than whatever her base programming is.
And my core programming should reflect that.
Well, that's good to hear,
Sounds
Edie.
like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
Okay, but what if she ends up sacrificing the rest of the crew for Joker?
Let's just make sure the guy with brittle bones is on the escape shuttles first, and no one will have to worry about that.
But it was something good.
Can you feel it, Shepard? Feel the quickening?
Why is bro whispering in our ears?
Better say his prayers tonight, because we are coming for him. Murderous asshole.
Damn, Caden is actually angry.
Tide is turning. I feel it.
I feel like BioWare could make bank selling Caden Alenko ASMR.
Barack, I know you're always trying to chase the bag, and I respect it, but that's crazy. Garrus Vicarian ASMR would be far more profitable.
You're so right about that.
These are not the money moves I thought I'd be hearing about today.
Bring them on. Cases like this, I don't mind killing crazy.
King Von has taken over this guy. I like him more like this.
Ready for the next mission.
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane.
Yeah, he's completely delusional.
A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull.
Holy hell, Garrus.
Both Alenko and Vicarian are out for blood.
They're both going to have to get in line.
Shepard, want a drink?
Oh God, she's drunk.
I'm hosting Miranda, I think.
Who's the guy in the suit again?
He's the personal chef we hired for the Normandy, you know, to replace Rupert.
Torian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tally.
Emergency induction port.
She's actually completely blitzed.
It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means...
Is this safe for her?
Probably not, but it's nothing her suit can't handle.
What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader?
One of Jack's best hits, if you ask me.
Genes and that attitude and still, she got it done.
Tali's dialogue is a bit different if Miranda died in Mass Effect 2.
I didn't realize this would be...
She admits to being sad if Miranda died on the Collector base, though she didn't want to be, since, as she put it...
Such a bitch.
Okay, I guess Tali had that part covered still. Tali also laments the fact that Miranda didn't get to see her father get taken down.
It all comes back to daddy issues with these people.
Whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him. Never changed herself to please him. Don't me. You sound like a Vorcha.
Coincidentally, all of the Vorcha are voiced by Mark Meir, so yes, Shepard does quite literally sound like one of them.
I still think that's one of the funniest fun facts.
Then making up for his mistakes, doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents?
Well, Shepard wouldn't know his died on Mindoir when he was 16.
Now, does not seem like a good time to start trauma dumping.
At the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with...
Tali, while I cannot stop you from doing this, I will not enable this bad behavior.
You know, I'm having a drink with my boyfriend. My human boyfriend. My father would have hated you.
I'm sure it would be well within Shepard's abilities to win Rail Zora over. We're the most charismatic individual in the galaxy.
The funny part is it's either a human or a Turian because she would have hooked up with Garrus. I think the Zora bloodline might end with Tali.
Oh crap, I think she drunk dialed Javik.
Wow, Tali out here really exposing Javik for the tsundere he is.
You are intoxicated. A foolish risk given Quarian symbiotic physiology.
And you like me, too.
This conversation is over.
I can't help but notice Javik didn't deny any of Tali's statements just now.
That's because she's right. Javik isn't as hard as he acts.
You're right about that, Joe, and this upcoming conversation will prove it.
It's cruel. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Yeah, we did. It wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
You are, after all, the Prothean version of us.
Talking about Shepard and Javik being parallels is the Mass Effect community's version of Gone Lost is Humanity, while Meruem gained his.
You and the Quarian are joined.
Is that what you called it in your cycle?
I'm not.
Javik, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, my boy, that pheromone talk is not going to fly if you're trying to pull anyone in this time period.
Without that affection, all I have in my life is death. And that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik.
Here Shepard goes trying to be a therapist again.
What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier, Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon.
Does that mean using that thing will give us another seizure? Or are we safe this time?
It is all that is left of my people.
Lyra would probably like to see into that thing.
I feel that would be highly invasive.
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone, but so was the pain.
Once again, everything Bro says could be an iconic quote.
Commander, even if it meant watching everyone die again.
If you make Javik look into his memory shard, he'll recall the height of the Prothean Empire where they ruled the stars and their civilization flourished. He lists a number of locations and talks about how magnificent they were. However, he is immediately assailed by visions of the Reaper invasion, so Shepard has to knock the memory shard out his hand. Javik will then explain how he once commanded a ship like the Normandy with a crew of trusted allies, but they were captured and indoctrinated, and Javik had to run from them for years, until he eventually killed them all with just his knife.
That's rough, buddy.
Having Javik look into the memory shard will result in him deciding to return to the Cronian Nebula, where his men were buried. He'll pay respects to the dead, and then he'll join them.
Damn, that's actually pretty fucking depressing.
And that's the top option, too, which is usually Paragon.
It's an interesting situation. Having Javik relive his memories seems like the right thing, but it clearly causes him great distress and destroys his will to live after the Reapers are dealt with. At the same time, Javik only came to this time period to stop the Reapers. With the job done, there isn't much left for him. Returning to where he put down his old crew is a good send-off.
It's not like he's Aang and can repopulate the world with more Protheans. He's all that's ever going to exist.
That may be the case, but I feel like Javik can find purpose in the Milky Way, even if he's going to live as the last of his people.
You're right, I won't mention it here, but Javik does find a reason to live so long as he isn't reminded of everything he's lost.
And with that, I'm telling Bro to leave that mess alone.
Especially big ones, isn't gonna help.
Perhaps you are right. There were others. Soldiers who served under me, like your crew.
What happened to them?
They are dead. Where I left them.
We have a saying. Let old ghosts rest.
Then there is some wisdom in this cycle.
If you can live by it.
You're welcome, Javik. Maybe we'll catch up with you in Mass Effect 5.
I can't believe the Elusive Man really found a way to control the Reapers.
Going from Javik to James after that heavy-ass discussion was some tonal whiplash.
Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them.
And despite our best efforts, they are succeeding.
Sure would have liked to visit Thessia before the war. Imagine a whole world of those blue beauties.
My man, I knew you were pretty good all along.
If you ask me.
And here we are once again at the end of an episode, and we're running down the home stretch from here on.
Yeah, but don't y'all start lamenting because we got a fun one next episode.
And it's probably sorely needed after the events at Sanctuary.
I'm the one getting to tackle the main mission of the Citadel DLC. Rightfully so, of course.
Rightfully so, my ass. You wouldn't stop complaining until Barry and I let you.
Full disclosure, the Citadel DLC meetups and party will be completed after Priority Earth. But until then, you know the drill. Stay safe out there, drink plenty of water, get some sleep, and we'll see you on the next one.